It's that Players' Choice midweek edition. Oh man, a lot of action last night. Shaq was tight. JD probably was lit, and Dell, he was still going
Civil. I was
viral off
civil.
of
I was
IG what he did to
civil.
my guy. Let's talk about that for a minute. Dale, how did you feel about cooking my guy that's in the league?
Well, he was in the bubble with the Spurs. I don't think he. And then this year he was with. Last year was with the bubble with the Spurs, and then this year he went to the D League bubble with the Spurs. But it honestly, it's like just basketball. Like growing up, I always thought the NBA was, the biggest, ridiculous, so hard to get to. But now, like playing and then playing against people that have made it and all that stuff, it's like it's really skills, talent, and also it's based on who you know. So, like if you ever watch that clip again, it's like you see my smirk before as I'm dribbling up the ball. Like, and the reason I'm smirking is because one of my good friends, he wanted to guard me. He was like, I got him this play. And the dude that was guarding me, he was like, I got ball, I got ball. He was saying it loud and he was getting in his stance. So that's why after the play, if you hear me, I'm yelling, I got ball. Because clearly you didn't.
Dude, you guys not like each other?
Yeah, we do. It's funny you say that. Someone in my story, they was like, what did he do to Melissa?
Oh
And
my.
I was like, what are y'all? I was like, what are y'all talking about? And it was the craziest thing. It was like the craziest thing. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And then I caught on. It was like it was wild. It was just wild.
So you hit him with the left, right,
Yeah,
left,
the
right.
infamous Shaq know about it. Shaq
Yeah,
know.
it's
Ho,
tough.
Shaq
ho,
know about the
ho.
baseline.
Tough.
No, not in that way. Not in that way. Not
Yeah,
in that way.
I never guarded
He's
Dale. When
seen
I
it.
did,
He's
I would
seen it a
foul him.
lot.
Yeah.
He's seen it. He's seen it a lot. Yeah, he's seen it a lot. But Shaq do got a highlight on me though in Turkey. Little jab lane through the middle. You Shaq.
Let
Oh
me guess,
yeah,
he
I
went
forgot
right.
about that. I forgot about
I
that.
don't know if it was right. It was a very explosive move, and it was like I was like, okay,
But
this
there
is
was,
like it
but,
was
but you was
very,
going
very.
nuts that
I
game
was
though.
wilding on them though.
Yeah, yeah,
Something
yeah.
different.
You was playing with Andrew Andrews, huh? That
I
year.
think no, Drew. I think Drew played that game.
Yeah, I think so.
Somebody didn't play though, but I believe Drew played that game.
Yeah, yeah. Drew's tough.
Oh, Dell
Love
knows
Drew.
Andrew Andrews too?
He played with him.
We played together.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I've only played against
Yes.
Andrew Andrews one time in like a fall league or whatever. And it was just because we were the only community college to be in this fall league and we should not have been. And he was the fastest player I had ever played against in person at the time.
Mm. Right, right. Nah, Drew's tough, man. Drew's tough.
He's getting
Good
better
dude
every
too.
year.
I think he got a kid on the way also. You said
Yeah.
what?
I say he just gets better every year. He's one of those
Exactly.
type of
It's a
guys.
fact. It's a fact.
All right, fellas. It's a midweek check-in. A lot is going on across the NBA. We got to start with the play-in. Look at Shaq's background. That boy came ready. He got his casual tee on. But what are your thoughts, Shaq, on the Warriors versus Lakers play-in game situation? I'm going to quote LeBron. He says, "I was seeing three. I was seeing three." Like, what is he putting on for the next games to come for the Sun series, or is he the narrative king like Dale says?
Whether
Like
he's
what
the
was good with LeBron?
whether he's the narrative king or not, it's LeBron James, bro. And I don't understand how anybody can ever bet against this man. For anybody who thought he was going to lose that game against the Warriors, you are delusional. That is LeBron James. And this is a kid show. I'm not going to curse. But you got to understand, this is where people get it mixed up. Golden State is a really bad matchup for the Los Angeles Lakers. And these are just facts. They would still beat them, in a 7-game series. It'll probably go to 5 or 6 just because it's such a bit. You can't have Andre Drummond out on the court. Why? Because you got Tescana and Draymond's the tallest dude out there. So it's just really a nightmare matchup. And then on top of all of that, you got the Los Angeles Lakers shooting every three known to man. And I don't know why they were settling for jump shots, but they have the number one defense in the NBA, so they can pretty much do whatever they want to. And then we got a godsend by getting the Phoenix Suns just because Chris Paul don't want none of that smoke. None of that smoke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not happening. That's LeBron James. And y'all was in a group chat hating, laughing, hee hee ha ha. Y'all thought he was about to lose. No.
But Shaq. At one point,
Never.
the whole game, were you tight? Were you scared? Were you nervous?
Why, bro, when has LeBron James not been to the finals? Dale,
That's
I'll
fair.
ask you.
Yo,
this.
when are you gonna answer the question he's asking?
What do you mean? What do you want me to say? I answered every single. What do you want me to do? It's always something when LeBron comes out on top. He can see through. Yo, you guys act like LeBron can never be human, bro, and it kills me. But let you scratch your eye and open you're gonna be like, dog, I can't see. I'm seeing three. But LeBron James does it on national television just because that's where he frequents, the playoffs. And all of a sudden, it's the biggest. Oh my God, I cannot believe LeBron's out there faking. No,
Shaq,
he got poked in the eye.
Shaq, man to man, bro. You was jacking that?
I was jacking that 100%. 100%. Bro, so LeBron
crazy
can't get
because people hold on. People in my group chat are saying that shot was lucky. I said no, it's a fire shot. You're not going to do that to Braun saying lucky. None of us said none of. But after making the shot, that I can't see the. Come on, Shaq.
That's
come
called
on,
friendly
bro.
banter.
Come on, bro.
Steph is his guy. That's friendly banter.
And then, okay. And then second, you said something when you started your soliloquy about the Warriors are a bad matchup for the Lakers. And it made me I was confused a little bit because I remember the first two games when the Lakers ran Warriors off the court, smacked them. And on this show, you was like, I told you.
I told you every time.
Okay.
I told you every time. Never bet against LeBron James. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to take it all the way to Brooklyn's front door and we're going to pop y'all. And y'all going to be sick as the defending champions. And y'all just refuse to put respect on this man's name. After being injured the entire year, he comes out against Steph, get rid of them in dominating fashion in the second half. I'll give it to you. They were not dominating in the first, but they came out, cut on the burners. The defense locked Steph up, had Steph out there frustrated, had Draymond out there looking like he was in it. You know Draymond. You know wheelbarrow Mond. You know how that is. No. This is my question to you guys.
Frustrated?
This is my question to you guys because all week long I had to sit here and listen to that Draymond bullshit. And I'm sorry, I know this is a kid's show, but where was Draymond last night? He's so good. He's so this. He's so that. He's so game changing. Where was he last night? Because they had every opportunity to win and they didn't convert. Am I lying? Yes or no? But you guys put Draymond in such this high regard, and it just blows my mind every time. I'm just baffled.
I don't think Draymond played bad yesterday, though.
He didn't. But I'm just saying the way you guys make him sound like is like he's Scottie Pippen. That's how you guys. Oh, he's better than Blake.
Who said that?
Nobody ever said that, bro.
Which was cap. That's how you guys.
Nobody said no one said the Blake thing.
Go look at the comments.
Another thing you said. If Andre Drummond, your big piece that you love when he signed there, you loved it. If he's a bad matchup for the Warriors in small ball, what is he gonna do when Kevin Durant's at the 5?
He's not gonna play. I don't know what you think, but everybody that we're playing in the West have bigs coming out. Jokic, Ayton, Gobert. What are you talking about? We just got to get past the West. And then when we get to hey, listen, we're the defending champions. Do you know what that means? Every time LeBron out here hoisting up championships, Kevin Durant is never anywhere to be found. He just often somewhere. And I'm going to chill out. I ain't going to disrespect KD like that. But every time Bron out here running the tables, I never see Kevin Durant. So I'm anxious to see them play in the finals against each other. And the difference is LeBron wants this one. He coming for this one.
Okay.
He coming for this one. Game winner.
Winner. So let me ask you this, starting with you, JD. Are the Lakers strong enough to win the chip this year?
Yeah, of course. I said that I had the Lakers from the beginning of the season going to the NBA Finals. You can never count LeBron James out. Doesn't matter how old he gets. AD is one of the best power forwards in the league. Then they add Andre Drummond. Now you have really good rim protection, and you add a decent guy down low on offense. He struggled against the Warriors, I will say, which is terrifying because the Warriors are so undersized compared to the Lakers. But I still do like the Lakers. Schroeder played well last night. Kuzma played well last night. You know who? Oh my God.
Caruso.
What is Caruso? Caruso played amazing last night on both sides of the floor. He shot a little.
He did.
You know, it was shaky. His shot was a little shaky, but everything else was great. He was passing the ball great. He was getting to the lane, getting his teammates open. And then Wesley Matthews was in my opinion, he was the paradigm shift or the energy shift in that game. When he came in, he doesn't play all game, comes in the third quarter, late in the third quarter or something, and then he gets immediately one charge and then another charge, and he's playing D. He's picking everybody up. It wasn't like he was a huge impact on offense, but his energy brought the Lakers to the next level. He came in, played his part, and they closed it out. I think that Wesley Matthews coming in the third quarter really changed the dynamic of that game.
But let me ask you this, Dale. Are you scared of what you've seen? The matchup possibly between the Nets and the Lakers in the finals. Are you scared at
Honestly,
all of what you've seen?
No, because I have the Nets in 6. Could possibly go 7, but I'm not scared of at all. And it's not because of Braun. It's not because of Drummond. It's because Braun, you're gonna get 25, 11, and 8, 9 from Braun in the playoff. You could really book that. You could book that. It's Anthony Davis. And I always tell this to Shaq, if Anthony Davis is not Anthony Davis, he played well in the second half. I don't see y'all having a chance. And that's what it boils. It boils down to AD really asserting himself to be AD. And if he can't do that, if he's not that, honestly, even against Phoenix Suns, if he's not AD, y'all not winning, bro. It's not about Braun. Braun could have his 28, 9, and 9. It's happening. But
okay, so would you say
Anthony Davis gotta?
Since you've walked yourself into this, would you say that Kevin Durant and company are equal to LeBron and company?
I would say KD them is better. Mm-hmm. I think full 100%, both team 100%, both team playing at their best. Mm-hmm. I think the Brooklyn Nets are better than the Lakers because Brooklyn Nets have more firepower.
Of course, but this is always my gripe when it comes to Kevin Durant. He always has more firepower, and you sit up here and you defend it like he's doing. God. No, I'm being serious, Dale. You sit up here and you defend this nonsense as if it's not character flaws. These are character flaws. Every time you come to the big show, you got the best team in the universe. I don't get it. Every time, it's never enough for this guy, and then he counts these like they're championships, like they're just not chinks in the armor. Like it's just fair. Like if LeBron doesn't beat you this year, it silences everything. Kevin Durant, you better win the championship this year.
I don't understand how you do that, because when in 2012, when the Miami Heat was beating up the baby Thunders, as you like to call them, you weren't calling Braun joining that team a character flaw. You weren't. I know you weren't.
Yo, and this is another
thing.
So
why is it this is another thing now?
Why? Because why don't you guys put some respect on LeBron James, especially you, Kevin Durant? Because if LeBron James doesn't make that move in that fashion, you would still be in OKC, buddy. LeBron paved that way for you and Kyrie. So put some respect on his name.
He said that, though.
Yes, exactly.
So what do we? He said that.
Exactly.
He said that.
Exactly.
Yo, JD, do you see how he just swims around like?
Yo, so when has LeBron had the top 3? So when has LeBron had top 3 of the top 5 players in the league on his team? Because we can't we can go looking. Bosh was never top 10. Bosh was never top 10 all those years.
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, I know Dwayne Wade. Yeah. Dwayne Wade. But
yo, wait. So who's okay? So James Harden and KD. Where would you rank Kyrie Irving? You don't think Kyrie's top 10, or you do now because it helps the argument.
Wait. Why would you ever think that I think Kyrie Irving isn't top 10? I'd never once say that Kyrie Irving is not a phenomenal basketball player. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so who? So name me your top 10 players right now. I just want to know because I didn't think you had Kyrie top 10. It's just news to me. You never said he wasn't, but I didn't think you did. So who
Okay.
was your top 10 then?
Top 10 in the league. Okay. We got Bron.
Yes,
We
please.
got Kawhi.
Okay.
We got Steph.
Okay.
We got Embiid.
Okay.
We got Jokic.
Okay.
Russell Westbrook.
Yep.
James Harden.
That's 5. Okay.
I'm on 7 right now.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving. That's 8. Not not giving
Mhm.
Paul George that nod. Not over here. And it doesn't really matter who the last two are. I'm not giving it to Jason Tatum either.
Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard.
And you still didn't say KD yet.
And Kevin Durant. That's 10.
So Shaq, KD is not the top 10?
Of course he's top 10. Everybody on his team is top 10.
Now this.
I cannot
You
believe
know what's
because
crazy?
when you have the aces in your
you
hand,
name
it feels
everybody.
amazing.
Listen, okay, who's no stop. This is where I'm gonna get you. Who's better, AD or Kyrie Irving?
I mean, it's two different positions. Is that fair?
Who's better? Because you didn't put AD just now in your top 10.
Who would I rather want on my team?
No, you didn't put AD in your top 10 just now.
First off, I'm going off a skill, not I'm going,
in the NBA?
I'm going. Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay, so who would you take out?
I mean, I'm going off the top of my head, but it doesn't matter because it's 15 guys that you can shuffle inside the top 10. What point are you making?
No, we're not talking about 15.
So you're telling me
who would you take out?
So you're telling me 11 through 15 couldn't squeeze in at 7, 8, 9?
Is Shaq backstroking?
That's not what.
It's not.
Yo,
What point?
What
okay,
I'm
so confused because I'm trying to figure out what points you were trying to make. You're just sitting here and throwing darts blindly. You're not making any point at all.
No, because you just said Chris Bosh wasn't ever a top 10 player. Kyrie Irving to many is not a top 10 player in the NBA. So your point of Braun having the same type.
Who are these people? Who are these people? Jordan, do you think Kyrie's top 10?
Yo, Matt.
Jordan, Jay, do you think Kyrie is top 10?
In today's game,
do you
right
think
now.
Kyrie is top 10? So we're unanimously 100% 4 out of, what'd you say?
I don't though.
This guy talks about LeBron being narrative king, and he walks us all the way to the edge and pushes us in, and then says Kyrie isn't top 10 all of a sudden. Okay.
No. This is me asking you. This is why I was getting into it because you're saying Chris Bosh and all this stuff. I don't think Kyrie is top 10, bro. I don't think he's better than Dame Lillard. I don't think he's better than Steph Curry. And those are his positions. You got AD, Jokic, Embiid, LeBron, Kawhi, KD.
I can make an argument that Kyrie's way better than Kawhi, especially this season. And that's an easy argument.
All right. Now,
and that's stats based. You can go look at every single stat, and I guarantee you it's better than Kawhi's. Can we get somebody in the chat to look into that? So you can't just sit there, throw Kawhi's numbers in there because of what he's done. So you're trying to tell me Kawhi Leonard's better than Kyrie Irving this season?
You said what?
Kawhi Leonard is better than Kyrie Irving this season.
No, that's not. No, he isn't. He's not. But you got to understand, going into, I'm saying the top 10 players, I just named 10 legitimate players that many would think is the top 10 better than Kyrie. Kyrie's probably more talented than the bunch.
That's not true.
But
you said many. You said many. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. If you took a poll right now, it'd be 90% Kyrie in the top 10.
JD, where was I don't remember this per se. Where was Kyrie ranked on the ESPN top 10 list when they always do the rank? Where was he ranked?
He might not have been ranked on the top 10, the ESPN top 10.
All right, please.
It's
and
called
people go to that. Go to Bleacher Report and go
to the
preseason. It's not a unanimous when you say that.
It's called the preseason top 10. We're at the postseason top 10. The top 10, Kyrie is top 10 in the NBA right now. And you guys try to sit up here and wiggle and try to let Delroy get out of this. No, you got caught. I've never heard you say Kyrie wasn't in the top 10. And the fact that you said this, we will never forget this day. We will never forget this day.
You've never heard that.
We will never forget this day.
But let me ask you guys this, starting with JD. Should Steph Curry be considered more heavily favored as this year's MVP for what he has done?
At this point, I think that he should get MVP because of how bad they were last year and what he's done to bring them to making the play-in tournament and potentially making playoffs. But really quick, I wanted to read this. Kyrie Irving wasn't even on this top 20 for NBC Sports. Wow. I would say that Kyrie, here's the thing. If this is, I don't know what the date is, but if this is before the season starts,
injury-ridden,
if this is
switching teams, are you serious right now? Fuck out of here. Like, what are you talking about?
If this is before the season, I probably wouldn't have ranked Kyrie Irving as a top 10 player either. But as the season went on, I now look at Kyrie as a top 10 player in the NBA today.
Easily.
I totally forgot about Luka Doncic, which is hilarious because
Luka
Doncic guy.
That's another one. Exactly.
You guys don't even know what point Dale is making. He's just chiming in whenever he wants to.
The only reason I said that is because you said Chris Bosh has never been considered top 10. KD has 3 players that's top 10. That's the only reason I said that. You brought that up. I did it. So I'm like, nah, Kyrie's not viewed as being top 10. He's not. That was my point.
What I will say that Shaq did make a good point of, there's probably 15 guys in the NBA today that you could have an argument that are top 10. I see that, especially after looking at that list. Because I forgot about Giannis too. He kind of fell into the shadows. They stopped talking about him. They're all about Steph Curry right now. They're all about LeBron and the Lakers being in the play-in.
Steph, no, I don't got you, bro. We're not about to change the narrative of the MVP because this light skin guy comes along and start killing. No, you're in a play-in, bro. You got no business being in a conversation of MVP. Get the hell out of here. And y'all try to paint that narrative. All of these broadcasters and announcers coming on TV. Steph should be in the top 10 for what? For finishing 8th? For what? I'm just so curious.
Bro, okay, so you can paint that narrative. Here's how I see it. Without Steph Curry, they don't make playoffs, period.
Okay, so then why don't we give it to LeBron every year?
All the other teams...
Why don't we give it to LeBron every year?
I would say all the other teams that are in the playoffs, they have better, well-rounded, fully formed teams.
I don't care.
Than the Golden State Warriors today.
It means nothing. The same way it meant nothing for LeBron when he was killing in that finals. Hey, dropping averaging 30-point triple doubles, and they didn't give him the finals MVP. They gave it to Andre Iguodala. Like, come on, let's get real. We got to keep that. We got to keep that same narrative. Exactly. So is Steph. So there's no way he can qualify for MVP. Just give it to Jokic, give it to Embiid, whoever you're gonna give it to, and let's move on with our lives. What does it say?
Wait, why can't he qualify? Because he still could be making the playoffs.
If he does make the playoffs, I still don't care. Why? So then why don't you give it to Luka Doncic? He's in front of him. What are we talking about here? Why does Steph all of a sudden just jump, leapfrog everybody else? I don't understand that. What magical thing did he do? Put up numbers, score the ball?
Is the way he's playing.
That team should not have made the playoffs this year.
That's not true.
I don't
look at the. So they're not better than the
Grizzlies?
Grizzlies?
I was the only one that haven't made them playoffs. Shaq, you're not gonna argue Steph MVP just making the playoffs because you didn't have them making the playoffs. You didn't think they was finishing top 10,
and they still have not. But have they made the playoffs?
But I agree with you. Steph shouldn't be MVP. I agree with you. He shouldn't. But you can't say it's because you didn't have them making the playoffs.
Even if he did, what
you hated them.
It has nothing to do with
it. Still hated this Warriors team.
It wasn't a better write-off. It was not a better write-off into the sun. LeBron James, game winner. Get him up out of here. Go home. Go to the crib. Private jet. San Fran. See you later.
So, Dale, let me ask you. So, my man's that you cook. The man that you cooked the other day, if he would have fouled you the same way that Draymond fouled LeBron, would you have considered that a flagrant foul?
No. Yo, are you guys serious? I cannot. Yo, Draymond is like this with his hand up. Braun does his move, and through the motion, his hand came down like this and poked Braun in the eye. Where's the flagrant? Seriously. Like,
so did LeBron sell it a little bit? Should he have won an Oscar?
Listen, he's the greatest seller ever. 1, 2, like in all seriousness, You know today NBA is very different. And if they reviewed that and didn't call it a flagrant, you know. Am I frozen?
You were frozen.
No, yeah, you cut out. What you say? What was the last part?
No.
I
I'm gonna
said-
give
I
you a
said
complete
that-
moment in a second. Hold on, Dale. Bro, if you're honestly about to sit here and tell me that wasn't a flagrant foul, bro, that is insane. That is insane. And you love pushing this narrative just because it's LeBron James. No harm can ever
What
be done to
narrative?
him. He's a superhero. He's Thanos. Hey, he's all of the Avengers put into one. This shouldn't even affect him, right? Yo, Draymond had ill intent. You know what time it was. You made a play, but it wasn't on the ball. I can respect that. But you got to get your hind innie up out of here now. It's over. That's a flagrant foul. And I can't believe they reviewed that and said that was not a flagrant foul. Like for real?
Wait,
That wasn't a flagrant
pause.
foul?
Shaq, hold on. So you trying to sit up here and say that Draymond Green, who is buddy with LeBron, like work with him on the back end, they got deals together, whatever. That's his mentor. He trying to hurt him.
I just said I never said it. I said it was no ill intent. I literally just said that. Literally 10 seconds ago, just said that. It's like I'm talking to myself up here.
I didn't hear no part.
LeBron
I didn't
James.
hear that part. I heard ill intent.
LeBron James had a tomahawk dunk. Draymond seen his light flashing in front of him, and he did what any conscious human being would have done, and tried to kill the man. I'm not mad at that, but we got to call that a flagrant. And Draymond
in the '90s, would that been considered a flagrant?
We ain't in the '90s.
That wasn't a flagrant. That wasn't a flagrant today.
So Draymond.
So we don't have to go back to the '90s. They reviewed it. Everyone said. Jeff Van Gundy said, "This is my new best friend."
No. Jeff Van Gundy. Listen. Jeff Van Gundy is the biggest flip flopper in NBA analyst history. I hate listening to the guy. I hate when he comes on because all he does is hate on LeBron James the entire time and tries to paint this narrative. He literally said that was a flagrant. He literally said that was a flagrant and then try to backtrack. He hates on LeBron James every time. Oh my God, look at Steph with this back door. Steph literally walked there and went back door, and you made it seem like he just appeared under the hoop, like he just has a cloak on him. Everything that anybody does to LeBron, Van Gundy praises. Go back and watch it. Watch in the playoffs. Just listen to how he hates every single time. I'm telling you, he's nasty.
That's a lie.
That's a nasty guy. That's a nasty guy.
I know that's a lie. I know it's a lie because I don't listen to no commentators as much as I listen to Jeff, Mark, and Mike, and they don't hate on anyone.
Oh my God, bro! Literally, yeah, bro. Are you kidding? What? You had your headphones in yesterday, and I can respect that. My fault. Yo, Van Gundy's a hater. Like I cannot believe you're sitting and saying, "Look, go type in on Twitter Van Gundy hater and see what pops up."
Sure, I'll do that right now.
I'll do it with you. Like this is insane.
Hey, JD.
Hold on. The way they shacked us, right? How Steph Curry backdoor.
Look, listen. First one, Van Gundy just needs to say he's a Bron hater tonight. It's sick. Van Gundy sits there and praises everything that anybody does to LeBron, and he gets a pass. I can't even believe they're just letting him just keep doing this. Every word that comes out of his mouth is negative towards LeBron James.
Not once am I seeing him hating on Bron on his clips. Not one.
Okay, that's it.
Not once.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead, Jay.
Not one time.
JD, should the Lakers, and the Suns match up, like, who do you really have? And don't say you have the Lakers just because Shaq is a diehard LeBron fan. Do you really feel like the Lakers can beat the Suns?
I could give two craps about Shaq, first of all.
Amen.
Second of all, I've thought that the Lakers were going to go to the finals from the beginning of the season, regardless. Doesn't matter who they play. They have to play the best of the best to get into the NBA finals anyway, right? So it does not matter. I could see them having issues with the Suns for sure. And to Dell's point, he is right. AD is kind of the X factor here. If Anthony Davis cannot figure it out on offense, they are going to struggle. because their main buckets are going to come from LeBron James. They're going to rely heavily on AD because he is always a mismatch. And then the other guys, none of those other guys are consistent enough to rely on a Dennis Schroeder, a Kuzma. Can't rely on Andre Drummond. You definitely can't rely on Caruso. And then oh my God, what's his name? Number one. Why am I forgetting his name? Shooter. Anyway, he was clutch last year. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name.
Caldwell Pope.
Pope.
Pope. Yeah. So it is kind of scary because it does come down to Anthony Davis. What's very upsetting to watch is Anthony Davis, when you have a mismatch, why don't you post up and go dunk on somebody? Why is he always got to fade away
Because
from 12 feet?
Draymond's right there underneath the hoop, and I get it, but I also agree with you. He should be more aggressive, but at the same time, they are waiting on him. But he has to make a decision.
But when he has a mismatch, that is when it upsets me the most.
Because he just holds the ball right there.
Right.
And just sits there.
I saw him in a couple of missions.
And I understand if Draymond's sitting there waiting in help. I understand that.
Yeah, that's
I do.
That's frustrating.
But when you have a mismatch, you should be calling for that ball regardless, and you should estimate, can I get here? And then make Draymond come over and then kick it and then start moving the ball. But you can't just have a mismatch and then not touch the ball or not demand the ball. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I think the Lakers beat the Suns, and I honestly think they beat them in 5 at least.
Of course, I know what you're gonna say, Shaq.
That's not. I could see that happening, but I have to see what happened after game 1. I really have to see what happened.
So what's going to happen with Brooklyn and Milwaukee
to assess that?
What is that series going to go to? Brooklyn, Milwaukee.
I think that might go 6-7. I think Brooklyn's going to win, of course, but I don't think
any goal to come up
Brooklyn
here and stand on whatever I say. Every single time, you know how I'm coming. But Dale, you literally sit there and play both sides of the fence when you don't feel that way. You don't. You say what the majority of people in the sports world say, and they call me a casual. It's insane.
Do I say?
Whatever I ask you, you're going with the majority rules answer. I never can get the honest truth of how you really feel about some of these topics.
You asked me about Shaq. That's one, that's not me. You never asked me. You said Brooklyn and Milwaukee. I always said that Brooklyn versus Milwaukee or Brooklyn versus Philly is going to be a very good series. I think Brooklyn could sweep Boston Celtics or win that series in 5.
Okay.
You didn't ask me that.
Okay.
Yeah. I always said Brooklyn versus Milwaukee and Philly is going to be a good series. That's 2 very formidable teams. I've always said that.
So do Brooklyn have any chance?
So what is
does Brooklyn
confused.
have any chance to lose to any team in the East?
I don't think so. No, not at all. Nope.
Okay. That's all I wanted to hear.
Well, speaking of the East, let's talk about Jason Tatum and his 50-point chicken nugget. Yeah, let's go with you, Shaq. Talking about he ain't no baller. He ain't no superstar. Are you serious, bro?
I don't understand why you guys glorify this type of play. I really don't. Carmelo is literally the only person in the top 10 without an MVP or an NBA Finals ring, and you guys glorify this scoring nonsense. What has Jason Tatum done? And then I gotta go, and it seems like I'm hating on Jason Tatum. No, I'm not hating, but how am I hating? Because I'm stating.
Before you continue, I'm explaining something to you.
Dale, do you think I'm hating on Jason Tatum?
I don't. But what you just said, that was the only slight I could take you as a little bit hate. When you say what have he done, this is his 4th year in the league, right? Maybe 5th. The first year, I think they lost in the first or second round. Since then, he's lost in 3 conference finals. He's done something. That's where he's been. He's done something. That's
I'm gonna
that's
put the Jason Tatum slander on hold because I'll give you that. And I'm not up here to sit and hate on Jason Tatum. I got bigger fish to fry. I got to talk about Kevin Durant and the cheating gang out in Brooklyn, and I'm not worried about Jason Tatum.
oh my
Congratulations,
God.
you dropped the 50 piece. I guess it was impressive. The 60 piece was impressive too. I don't know where that falls in the basketball universe. It's just like a little blip, like a star just burning out in the background, and they're like, "What was that sound?"
But is he better than Ben Simmons?
No, I don't know why you guys think he is better than Ben Simmons. That is nuts to think to me. I'm telling you, Ben Simmons is winning a championship before Jason Tatum. If Jason Tatum ever wins one, I'm telling you, Ben and the gang is right there. I'm telling you, and then these people on TikTok talking about, oh, if you trade him, the Philly would be better. No, they wouldn't. Embiid and Jason Tatum are not getting along out there. These are facts.
How do you know that?
Because it's too many. It's not enough shots to go around.
So
Embiid out there playing like a 3.
Because if he win a championship, that means he's better than him. What the hell does that prove?
If we're going off a skill, or if we're going off a talent.
Hello. You froze.
You froze, but we can hear you. Yeah.
This adds to the dynamic.
Hello.
I don't think Jason Tatum's that good. Never. I probably never will.
Hey, Shaq, you watched that Celtics game, right?
No, I didn't.
You did not?
No.
Here's what I want to say about
the first half. The first half. I watched the first half. This
is why I think Jason Tatum's 60 was impressive.
60 or 50?
50, sorry. The 60 wasn't impressive. The 50 in the play-in is impressive.
Okay, go on.
He scored 50 when it mattered. Second, Kemba dropped 29 that game.
Mm-hmm.
No one was forcing shots in this game either. Mm-hmm. They were all getting into open space, whether it was them creating their own shot or them. It was just poor defense on the Wizards' part. So there was an open space on the floor. So you could attribute this to, Jason Tatum just scored 50 because the defense was so bad. But no, he was getting clutch buckets. He was creating his shot. He wasn't taking a ton of open shots that game. And Kemba Walker getting 29. So when you say if Jason Tatum and Joel Embiid are on the same team, there's not enough shots to go around. I mean, Jason Tatum scoring 50 and Kemba Walker scoring almost 30 points.
Okay.
Looks pretty good to me.
I feel like we've already wasted too much time on Jason Tatum. No, I promise you, he's like, these Carmelo Anthony careers are just so funny to me.
But you know what wasn't funny is when Kwame Brown was talking crazy to Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. So what do you guys think about this? Kwame was highly touted straight out of high school. He wasn't, the media says he wasn't a good fit for the Wizards because of MJ. Dell, how do you feel about that situation?
All right, so I had a couple of days to digest this, and because I really wanted to pay attention to it. So I listened to what Arena says. I listened to that. Then I listened to Kwame Brown's response, and then I got confused a little bit. I don't get, what was he so mad about? One, and I don't like the way he was, because he said a lot of things that made sense, but it's like, Kwame Brown, like literally everybody's been talking about you.
Yeah.
For years. And my biggest thing is like, then they saying fake gangster this, fake gangster that. And I think Shaq posted it. I don't know if it was on Twitter or his story. Matt Barnes had the greatest response ever. It was true. It was like, yo, you really could come on the show and we could just talk this out right here. Like, no one, like, we're not hiding from it. Of course, we're on Showtime. We're an award-winning show. Like, we like all the smoke. We want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Kwame trying to pull cards, trying to do this, that. And I'm happy, he got his name in the light. I bet he about to start a podcast or start something. No way he's not taking this publicity and not benefiting from it. Like I know or they better be telling him doing that. But I think he was I think he was more so out of line because they were doing their jobs. Like that's what they do now. That's what they talk and they interview people. They tell stories. And the thing is, not once in Kwame Brown rant did he call them a liar. Not once did he say he called them a liar. So basically, like your feelings got hurt a little bit, and then you went. Stephen A. been calling you out for years. Now you threw Stephen A. back in there. Matt Bones like we could box before we come on. We could do what we want to do. Like. Yeah, so
That's tough.
but I like both banters because he did have some good points, but this is where he did the low hanging fruit. Anytime you want publicity today, or you want notoriety, or you want people to listen to you, you bring up Black lives against Black lives, and you just do it, and then people's gonna just, oh yeah, that makes sense. Why you bring down another Black man?
That's
Stop
a corny
it.
narrative.
Like this is not this. Yeah, that narrative is top one right now. This is not that. Like at all. Kwame, they're not trying to bring you down. You played your years in the league. Like no matter what people can say, a lot of people don't have that. They don't got 11 years. They're not collecting that NBA pension. They ain't doing that. You're doing that. So like relax, like for real. He no Black is trying to bring you down, or no one's thinking about bring you down from where? Literally, who took Kwame Brown this year besides his mom? Not a soul. So don't do that. Don't do that. Like for real. So that was my I really had
Dale.
to think about Kwame Brown for a little because he was bugging.
I'm with Dale. Wasn't mad at either side though. I respected both sides because if you're in this arena, you gotta expect that. So it's like, shoot, I'm pretty sure my turn is coming up here sooner. I hope later, but yeah, because I'm like,
hey, I got you, Shaq. I got your back, bro.
Yeah, it's like when you break it down, we get 150K on that Draymond video. I'm sure Draymond probably seen that video in one capacity or another. One of his teammates did. This is TikTok and it's popping up on people's pages.
No, for sure.
This is life sometimes. What can I do? I'm waiting for him to go to to the press conference and be like, I can't believe people think I've been wheelbarrowed.
Listen, I'm waiting for that. I didn't see that snippet on the Player's Choice because I'm waiting to repost it because me and Draymond's fiance is very, very close. Like
you see how Dale do that? Like he pulls stuff from way back here.
Tell you why. No, that's not way back because when I lived in Italy, she was at the time she was dating Jacob Pullen and he was my teammate and she lived out there with us and we go after games and try to whatever and we got close. Like so if a story and she see her fiance's face, she'll press play, she'll show him and then the wheels what you said, wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
That happened?
Wait, hold on, Del, you. Oh wait, I thought that you. Yeah. You posted this to your story because this was the Draymond Green or Blake Griffin one, and I'm pretty sure you posted that to your story.
I posted that one. I did post that one, but I don't think that one's that bad though. Oh,
no,
that's the one that's going crazy. I don't think that's that bad though.
It wasn't.
That's the one that has Draymond Green in a wheelbarrow.
That was tough though. That was tough.
Oh, okay. But the words there is not that crazy. The words there is not that crazy.
They're not crazy.
The words on that one, yeah.
The funniest part is Draymond Green sitting in a wheelbarrow being pushed.
Who did that? Who edited that?
Jordan, and that's why.
And Shaq knows Draymond didn't get wheelbarrowed to any championship. And he knows that, and this is what he does. Like he knows Draymond helped significantly, but he for his own ammo. Look at his smile. He's gonna just take that and run with it because it makes sense right now. But it's cool. But it's so cool.
That's a
can I
cool.
I'm not even gonna lie. That was a sick take. That was a sick take. This is life.
Sometimes. Can I comment on the Kwame Brown situation?
Yeah. Let's get it.
Where has Kwame Brown been the last 20 years? Did he just upgrade his flip phone to an iPhone or an Android recently? Has he not had access to the internet or cable television? Has he been living under a rock or in the mountains?
These are all
Kwame Brown. Welcome to
Right.
2021.
These are all facts.
What is going on here?
These are all facts. That's tough, Kwame.
Right.
That's tough, Kwame.
It's crazy. It's
That's
crazy. And so Dell, I thought where he was going, he brought up if you want to go somewhere fast on the internet, you bring up the narrative of like black people tearing down black people. I thought he was
Like
gonna
black
go
people, right.
right. I thought you were gonna go with the narrative of I was like, oh, here's where he's going. I thought you were gonna say if you want to get somewhere, you just go after somebody who's hitting that success. They're like at that pinnacle, right? And then it's like, okay, I'm gonna attack this person because I know it's gonna get a lot of attention because I have a crumb. I used to be something. So there's people that are still interested in me. There's still people that are interested in me. So I have enough attention that if I say anything and I go after somebody here, it's going to get attention. That's the way I looked at it. But I didn't even think about that perspective. So like you bringing that up, that just opened my eyes to a completely different side of things. Like, oh, wow, like that's a good point.
Yo, Doug,
like
I know we're going to hit on this.
But that is happening, though. That is happening.
And it's nasty. That's a nasty take to
Dale,
that's what you're going to come at.
Dale, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is completely off topic, but I seen this online today. And the question was, who is winning in a backyard brawl? Ron Artest or Ben Wallace?
Ron Artest or who?
Ben Wallace.
Backyard brawl. It's just them two?
Yep, 1-on-1.
I think it's Ron Artest, and I'm going to say it's Ron Artest because Ron Artest seems like the guy. Yeah, he seems like the type of guy who has nothing to lose, and those are the scary
people. Will pick up anything.
So he's off his rocker a little bit?
Of course.
He's for sure off his rocker. And if Ron is having a fight with Ben and he goes lay down and someone throws something and he runs in the stands not knowing what could happen, I would take that craziness because through all that thing, you don't see Ben. Why doesn't he get suspended for no games? After he did all that, he just chilled.
That's true.
So that notion and him knowing just went to relax it, that Ron don't have that at all.
That's true.
He don't have
shout out
that
to the chat.
At all.
Shout out to the chat.
I'm gonna have to go with Ron. And Jay, I wanted to ask you this. Your question to KD, I thought JD was gonna do that.
No, it's me. Always.
No, I thought JD was gonna do that for sure. Like for sure. I was like,
so paint your picture for him, Dale. What happened?
Dale, you know what I did? I went on your post. I watched it and then I started scrolling because I was like, damn, he's got like 100 comments. So I started scrolling to see what everyone was saying. Right when I scrolled the top, KD, I was like, okay.
What did KD
so it's
say?
really like that. So I just kept scrolling. I was like, that's dope.
What did
I don't
KD
care
say?
that stuff.
Wait, what?
What did KD say?
He said they don't know about the.
They don't know about
Sorry,
the what?
go ahead.
I probably didn't even see the post.
I didn't see the post. I don't
Probably
know what you guys
not.
are talking about.
It's on
Shaq's
my
never
story,
on
my
IG.
last post on my story.
Are you talking about the
It's
dunk?
on my page.
Are you talking about the dunk?
You want me to pull it up? I'll pull it up. Here, I'll pull it up and I'll tell you.
Page, Shaq.
I will tell you the exact
I'm heading
comment.
there right now.
So look at the post, Shaq, and then comment on it.
So here's what Dell posts. Dell posts he's bringing the ball up, and then he gives him the in and out, and then goes to rack dunks, right? And then KD, the first comment, they don't know the step cross coming, ? My goodness. I saw that immediately. I was like, oh, that is sick. And I just kept scrolling. Because it's like, I already know.
I'm like JD's gonna throw it in the bag and he's gonna go for the lob and do all this. But then I saw Jay and I'm like, oh, that's surprising. I had JD written all over him.
Dell, I love it. I love it because you have me pinned for a fanboy and I'm not because I don't care.
No, I don't think you're a fanboy though at all. I think you're the biggest troller we have. And you think
100%.
people don't see that? I think you're like, it's clear cut how you're way ahead of the pack in that regard. It's like not even close.
KD's seen that.
Like,
He's
and I
seen
don't
that
think you think
question.
it's so. No, he for sure seen the question. Like, we know he saw the question.
He's probably seen a few clips too.
Like, we know he's seen.
I'm gonna have to cook up a nice
No,
little
I
mini
mean-
clip for TikTok on
No,
KD just addressing him.
He's seen the clips. He's seen the clips. He called you a character once.
You said what? He called me a character?
he called you a character once.
That's
That
like a killer.
is amazing.
That's like, yeah, I'll take that. I can't.
No, it's like he has many different faces.
Yeah.
I took that one.
Would they say the many-faced God off of Game of Thrones?
Exactly.
If y'all think I'm
Many
backing down from
faces.
Kevin Durant when he comes on the show, you're crazy. I'm lighting Kevin Durant up. He's gonna be sick after that.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be.
think that's. I don't think. Then this is the reason you're very good with words and you could paint pictures, but I don't think watching interviews of him, I don't think you could win that battle.
I don't
Because
either.
he knows basketball.
He does.
knows basketball. So for any little jab you throw, he'll hit you back with an even slighter one on a different type of level. Like his interview with Pat Bev when he's like, y'all know who I am. Like, yeah, I could do this. But what's the point? And people took it as, oh yeah, that was smart saying. But he really was dissing Pat Bev.
Of course.
I need to prepare myself for that because I want to decide what kind of angle I'm gonna start coming in at this. Am I just gonna like chill? I'm gonna just like,
and that gotta happen. And I want to be aggressive in trying to make it happen, but then I don't want to be too aggressive. It's kind of a weird little toe line.
After the playoffs,
doing something like go all out.
Don't worry about it. I'll keep poking the bear.
Exactly.
I got it. Sure.
No, because when I hit him up in the DM about it, I was like, yo, you got to come on. He's like, for sure, bro, I got you. And I took that as a yes. And I'm not going to poke a bear no more when you say that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just, like, I'm not.
And he's the type of cat that'll keep his word, too, though. He don't flake.
Yeah, like,
I feel like.
if after playoffs, you in Brooklyn, I know where the areas at. I'm very I'm close with his mans. He always with that be doing the closing stuff.
I also would completely understand if someone like Kevin Durant would not come on because he probably knows.
No, he's that guy though.
Yeah, he's
down to earth, bro.
Yeah,
like,
but also knowing what you're gonna get yourself into, like, do I want to subject myself to this?
I think he wants to. Yo,
I would love it.
Dale, you see that? Dale, you see that? What I just sent you on Telegram? Who's winning that best of 7?
Who's winning what best of 7?
I just sent it on Telegram. A 7-game series. UCLA versus Kansas, like all time.
Oh, Kansas.
You think so?
I'm saying Kansas without even looking and putting too much thought into it, just because I'm a big Bill Self guy. I like Kansas. I don't really care about UCLA because I grew up as a Dogs fan. But I have always liked Kansas and Bill Self.
That's a really dumb assessment out of you, Jad, because I know you're a lot smarter than that. Just because you think Bill Self can stop. No, he's not stopping Russell Westbrook, Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, Kevin Love. Like, yo, that's a sick 5 right there. Who's the? I'm not going with Norman Powell. We're gonna have to take somebody else over Norman Powell, but nah. Oh, Embiid's gonna cook though. Embiid and Wiggins is gonna cook.
I mean, Wiggins at Kansas was a different beast.
He was. This is true.
Was Westbrook?
Was he?
He was different at the college level.
Yeah, and Zach LaVine wasn't
I
really
like Wiggins
that.
now. I like Wiggins now.
Wiggins was impressive last night.
I like Wiggins now.
I mean, he's having a career year. I can respect that.
Yeah, I mean I need them
to win tomorrow. I need to see Steph in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I would like to see the Warriors in the playoffs.
I agree. He started getting
Who's the
yesterday.
number 1 seed?
Utah, and then the Suns are 2.
In Philly, right?
Utah and Philly. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, these playoffs gonna be popping. These ones gonna be interesting.
So, JD, what two players would you mix to become the GOAT of basketball of all time?
What
I,
two players would I mix?
Yeah,
yeah,
put together. If you can create a player.
Oh,
listen,
my
That's a great
goodness.
question.
LeBron
Nobody,
James and Kevin Durant.
I'm not mad at that, but that's not where
That's
I'm taking it.
scary. That's scary. That's
So
OD scary.
I would get
I would say
be
Kobe
Kevin
and Michael did
Durant's.
the exact same player today.
It would be right. It would be Kevin Durant's size with
Honestly,
LeBron
KD
James's
would
like
be the common
strength.
denominator of most people. Like if you could say, let's say Jordan and KD. So let's say it's 6. Like that's ridiculous. Braun and KD is OD.
I'm feeling like I'm going
Like, and it
Steph
just
and
would be it.
I'm going Steph and Giannis. That's what I'm feeling. Steph and Giannis.
That's pretty corny
That,
too. That is
but
pretty
I'm gonna tell you
corny.
why.
Steph and
I'm gonna
Giannis.
say why I would never do Steph and Giannis because Steph and Giannis is Kevin Durant.
No. Giannis
No.
can play defense. So we're taking Giannis's defense and attacking the hoop, and we're taking Steph's 3-point game, handles and passing. How is that corny? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Anything that's more, if it's anything more overrated in basketball, it's the Greek freak defense. It's overrated. He gets cooked.
It's his
He
wingspan.
gets cooked.
So that means everybody else is getting cooked then.
No.
Wait, to address
the only thing I would take is how he attacks the baskets. But
Dale, can I address
in terms
Jordan?
of dribbling and shooting at that height?
Dale, can I address Jordan? I'm just trying to figure out how that combination is corny.
I don't think it's corny. Yeah, I don't think it's corny.
But I would love to.
You don't I'm saying that would be like one of the best basketball players ever. Giannis with Stephen Curry. And when Dell said that's Kevin Durant, I said no, because Stephen Curry is he's the greatest shooter we've probably ever seen in our lifetime. Kevin Durant's a great shooter, but nobody is better than Steph. So essentially, it is close to Kevin Durant, but it's Kevin Durant on. It's like
right.
It's like a Superman Kevin Durant. So that's why I'm saying that would be so corny, because could you imagine Giannis pulling up like Steph Curry and then also doing what else he's doing on offense?
Yeah, that's kind of unreal.
Yeah.
Right.
KD and LeBron's kind of, that's kind of overkill as well.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
It's the greatest basketball player of all time.
That's a tough one.
I would take that over. Yeah, I would take that over probably anyone.
You taking Shaq?
Yeah,
and Steph
that's
Curry?
wild. I'm not touching Shaq.
So let me ask you guys this, starting with JD. Is it harder to win an NBA chip or a Super Bowl?
Super Bowl. This one's so stupid. I've seen this one before. NBA playoffs, you get 7 games. You get 7 games each series. So it's
Jay,
every time you make it to the next level, you get to start over. So in the NFL, you can't have one. Can't have 1 second off.
No, that's first off, this is completely inaccurate, because 9 times out of 10 every single season, the best team is winning in the NFL. You name me the latest upset. It'll be like one every decade to where it's a true upset. Usually the best team in football wins. Every week too. Every Sunday that same thing happens.
Okay, so
but
in the NBA we have Dallas Maverick upsetting Miami. Then we have LeBron upsetting the Warriors. And when Toronto wasn't an upset because everybody got hurt. To Shaq's point, the last NFL upset I would have to say would be the Giants versus the Patriots.
And that's tough.
On the perfect season.
And that's tough.
Remember that? And that was a long time ago. So
you got 15 minutes a quarter. It's not really that, to me, it's not really that hard.
But also, physical. how could you say the best team in the NFL always wins the Super Bowl? That makes no sense, because the best team going into the season,
not going into
isn't necessarily
whoever has the best record going into the playoffs usually wins the Super Bowl. And of course you can sit
don't know
here
about
and
that.
of course you can sit here and say, "Oh, there's one-offs and one-offs," but when you're going into a Super Bowl, you kind of know who's winning every single time.
But bro, listen to
That's
this.
not true. I
When
don't know
you're
about
playing,
that one
listen to me. When you are
because
playing, when you're playing in a series, you can have at least one bad day. As LeBron James, I could score 0 points, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna go average 30
Bro,
the rest of the,
we've
6 games
seen
that
one
I'm
man
playing.
literally wipe out the entire NFL at his age.
Huh?
He's just IQ whipping people. We've seen one guy literally wipe out the entire NFL over and over again. His name is
Who,
Tom
Tom
Brady.
Brady?
Like, so what's so hard about picking Tom Brady to go win a championship? Because he does it every time, or
but
close to,
not
or he's going to be
but
there.
not many had the Buccaneers. Not many had Buccaneers beating Pat Mahomes though. Not many.
But no. But those
No,
are two juggernauts, though. It isn't.
yo,
But that's what I'm trying to figure out. Where is the underdog in that situation? I'm not saying Tom Brady's
bro,
an
the Tampa
underdog.
Bay Buccaneers were not favored at all. I feel like that last season.
Yeah, at the beginning,
The
that's how
only
every season
reason
starts.
you look at them and you're like, okay, I can see Tampa Bay getting somewhere is because of Tom Brady, but you're not stacking them against these like the Kansas City Chiefs, even Green Bay at the time.
Bro, what makes
I'm
the
terrible
leagues?
with
What
football, so I
makes
don't even
the
remember who all the elites were, but
what makes the
I don't
NBA
think that,
so difficult to win in the playoffs is it's an entirely
bro.
different scheme than you've been
Well,
playing
if
the entire season. You're getting played
you would
differently.
let
I had the Chiefs, and I had to do push-ups.
everyone had the Chiefs.
Right.
That doesn't mean that just
But yeah,
because everyone had the Chiefs that you're proving my point.
But I thought the Chiefs were the best team in football.
Right.
You're
That's what
literally
you said,
proving
Shaq.
you're literally proving my point that the team that is the best usually wins the Super Bowl, and we can go back and look at year for year stats and records, and I'll put everything on it. What do you want to bet on it that we can go and look on the Super Bowl and the team that was probably the 1 seed or 2 seed won the Super Bowl? Out of the last 20, it's probably happened 80% of the time.
Were the Kansas City Chiefs the unanimous best team in football last year?
Listen to what I just said. The 1 or 2 seed is probably winning
What
the Super
seed
Bowl.
was the Bucks? I don't think the Bucks was a 1 or 2 seed.
Okay. Anyway, regardless, here's what I'm gonna say. I'll finish this thought, and then you can go on. I think that winning a Super Bowl is harder because you cannot have an off play. But in a series, in an NBA playoffs, you can have a completely off game because there's a series to rely on. If you're a quarterback trying to make it to the Super Bowl and you have a terrible game, guess what? You lost. You lose one game. You don't get a second chance. You're done.
But you got
That's
10
tough.
other guys out there that if they're not having a bad day, you still have hope. Versus if a LeBron James has a bad game, you're probably losing.
Crickets.
I'm reading the comments for the first time.
I was gonna say usually when Dell gets close to his thing, he's gonna respond. So I let him.
No, I respect that you think the Super Bowl is hard because it might be harder because I will agree the 7-game series. I feel like that's a lot of games. That's a lot of bad games you got to have. Now, if it was like a best of 3 or a best of 1, then I agree. So I'll go with you on that one. I'll say you've convinced me.
What I also didn't even mention is football is way more grueling than basketball, and I'm not going to sit here and say that playing 80. If you're making the playoffs, you're playing into like 100 basketball games. I'm not going to say that's easy. It's not. That is physically grueling, and all the playoffs. But football, you are getting hit. Bro, look at a running back.
They need to ban that sport.
You're getting blown up all the time. That is so ridiculous on your body. So to see people that fight through that,
that's a
and can play a full season.
That's a bad American.
Let's end it on this last topic. Carmelo Anthony is the only top 10 scorer of all time without a ring or MVP. Let's tap in with this. Dale, how do you feel about this topic?
Not feel nothing. It don't diminish nothing for me when it comes to Melo and the type of player I think he is. it's I watched a Melo interview once, and this like opened it like stuff like Melo has never been on a team where he was considered a favorite, like the favorite to win the
So what does that
championship.
mean?
The
The
favorite
Nuggets?
to this, the favorite.
So we need to give him props for that, correct?
What Nuggets? No. Hold on. What Nuggets?
He wasn't
Over
favored
Kobe?
when he was
Never.
with Denver.
Over Kobe?
Mm.
Never. So it's not about a props. It's like listen to the only person I could attest to the top 10 and not winning MVP or like, damn, that's dope that he did is Dirk. Everybody else was on like teams, like you know what I'm saying, like good teams. You got the Jazz, you got Kareem, you got Mike, you got Kobe, you got Karl Malone, you got Braun. Who else is in the top 10? Shaq. Like, look at the names I'm naming. They always on historic teams, like historically team. Melo was never a number one seed on either conference. Karl Malone had home court advantage in Michael Jordan Bulls
That
era.
sounds like a
You
Melo
know what
problem.
Shaq and Kobe did. You said that sounds like a Melo problem?
Yeah,
How?
that's that. What does that got to? Everybody else has to figure it out.
But everyone else figured it out their own way in terms of like Braun figured out he went with Wade and Bosh, and then he went back to Kyrie and Kevin Love. Melo tried with players that wasn't on that caliber as him. Like that's all I'm saying. He went far with Denver Nuggets, got up out of there, and
I can respect that.
that was it. Like that's all I'm saying. Like, and to be top 10 is
That is
like
a huge
Shaq
feat.
wanted.
That's a huge feat.
That's a huge honor, bro. That's
That is a
that's a
huge feat.
huge honor,
That's a
bro.
huge feat. I'll give him
So
that.
it quiet all the noise of everybody saying Melo's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Some people was asking is Melo Hall of Famer, all that little nonsense. Like cut that out. Cut that out.
Dell
Melo's
Dell
in there.
Dell always, I feel like every single time we go on the show, always just drops some knowledge on me where I'm like, oh wow. I forget that Melo up till now, playing with like Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, he hasn't really played with any other
No
superstar.
one.
Like when he
No
was on the
one.
Nuggets, his entirety on the Nuggets. Aaron Aflalo?
J.R. Smith, Chauncey Billups,
J.R. Smith. Yeah, J.R. Smith.
Kenyon
and
Martin.
Kenyon
Yeah.
Martin. Like, yeah, good pieces, but come on.
Right.
He's going
Right.
up against
Camby.
Kobe Powell, Lamar Odom. That's what he's got. Like, come on. That's what I'm saying. Like, he won a game, stole a game, but no one had them beating the Lakers.
Yeah.
When he was with the Knicks and the Knicks was playing well, everybody had a little hype. They lost in the second round. No one had them beating the big three. No one had them beating LeBron James. Not a person. So we're not gonna like where he gonna get a chip at?
Yeah.
Like where is he going? Like what is he gonna do? He for sure he had Amari Stoudemire at the tail end of his career. He had Derrick Rose at the tail end, Joakim Noah at the tail end. Like it's hard. Like it's hard. That's a proof you can't win alone. He was doing his 1-2, and it ain't happening for him. I feel bad. I feel like
Yeah.
LeBron should have taken him instead of Jared Dudley, but that's another day.
That's a good topic.
That's for another day. We ain't gonna.
You know what would
be
be even crazier is dragging Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Boobie Gibson, Mo Williams, and what's his name to a phone.
What's his name?
I forget. Oh my God, what is his name? It's such a name that you've just like, oh wow, I haven't heard that in a long time. Who is there for? Oh, it's killing me.
Oh,
It's
Gooden.
right there. No.
It was Ilgauskas, Drew Gooden. They had Joe Smith. They had Joe Smith. They had Boobie. They had Mo Williams.
Oh, I know. Is he a
Calvin
shooter?
Marshall. They had
Donyell Marshall.
Yeah.
They had Donyell Marshall. They had Candace Parker brother. They had
Smush.
They had Anthony Parker. They had damn, I know that roster.
Yeah.
What's that dude's
Roster.
name?
Yeah, that second Kobe
The
shot
European last
kicked my
name,
ass.
like a 3-4 man.
That's what I do know.
He's gonna shoot. Can he shoot?
Yep.
I'm ready to go to sleep, guys.
Are you exhausted?
Sunday,
Are you
what
mentally
time we at?
exhausted?
Sunday at
I just said
Yeah,
that second
Sunday at
COVID
1.
shot kicked my ass. Yeah. Yo,
You got
that's
cooked, Jack.
that's
Sunday at 1. I like your boy.
I got cooked.
Yeah, I cooked you tonight.
We're about to
What
start.
do you mean?
How did you cook me?
All right, let's vote. JD, who won tonight? Me or Shaq?
I didn't know that we were playing this type of game, so I don't
didn't
know if I'm
either,
ready to
but
vote
please.
on this.
Yeah, no, I'm ready to hear this.
Extra
All right,
chat. Extra chat.
Vote in the group chat. Vote in the Telegram chat.
I don't see
The
how.
only reason I'm asking is because before we started, Shaq was on this. You need this now. You need yada yada yada. You about to get all this. You
I
got
feel
the
like
Kobe,
you've got.
the
I feel
broad
like.
mic in the background.
I feel like you got it.
I was a little shook. But then you started your CeeLo with some, I don't know, some
This
nonsense.
is what, you
This is what
guys
I'm
let
doing.
Dale
I'm like,
paint
I
this
got him.
narrative
It's like-
every time, and I love it.
I'm about to reel him in for Sunday at 1:00.
Hey, we'll see what
All
the
right.
TikTokers
That's
got
how
to
I'm
say.
doing. I'll holla.
All right,
All right,
y'all.
y'all.